Have you ever felt this pressure sitting behind your screen? Like if you don't take a trade today, you're falling behind? Not even because the market is offering something great. Not because your plan says go. Just a quiet pressure. A pressure to do something. To participate. To prove you're working. To feel like a real trader. And when you don't trade, the day can feel wrong. Empty. Like you wasted it. If that hits close to home, this episode is for you. Because the pressure to trade every day is one of the most expensive psychological habits in trading. Not always in dollars, but in decision quality. It's the reason traders take mediocre setups. It's the reason they force trades in chop. It's the reason they trade when tired, distracted, or emotionally off. And it's the reason good weeks turn into inconsistent months. So let's slow it down and get honest about what's really happening. This isn't about strategy. It's about identity. Most traders don't realize they've built an identity rule that sounds like this. A successful trader trades. Not a successful trader makes good decisions. Not a successful trader protects capital. Not a successful trader waits for their edge. Just a successful trader trades. So when you don't trade, it feels like you're violating the identity. You're not doing the thing that makes you you. And identity violations create discomfort. Not logical discomfort, emotional discomfort. The kind that makes you restless. The kind that makes you open charts again. The kind that makes you start scanning harder for a reason to click. That's the first layer, identity attachment. The second layer is productivity pressure. A lot of us were raised inside a simple equation. Time plus effort equals results. If you show up and work, you get paid. If you don't work, you fall behind. That model works in most jobs. It does not work in markets. Markets don't pay you for effort. They pay you for timing and selectivity. They pay you for conditions. Some days your edge shows up. Some days it doesn't. And some days it shows up in one 10-minute window and then disappears. But if you carry a productivity mindset into trading, no trade days feel like laziness, even when no trade was the correct decision. So you try to be productive. You try to manufacture value. And the market happily sells you action when you're buying it emotionally. Now the third layer, emotional avoidance. This is the one most traders don't want to admit. For a lot of people, trading isn't just about making money. It's also a way to avoid uncomfortable emotions. Boredom, restlessness, anxiety, doubt, life stress, even loneliness. Trading gives you a mission. It gives you focus. It gives you something to do. So if you stop trading, all that stuff comes back. The emotions you are outrunning catch up. That's why doing nothing can feel unbearable at the screen. It's not that you need a trade. It's that you don't want to feel what's underneath the silence. So the brain offers a deal. Take a trade and you'll feel productive again. Take a trade and you'll feel in control again. Take a trade and you'll feel like you're moving forward. That's not opportunity. That's emotional bargaining. And it's the root of so many bad trading days. Let's make this practical. You sit down. You're in your trading window. You watch the market. Nothing clean shows up. Your plan says, wait. But your body says, do something. So you start looking harder. You zoom in. You change time frames. You widen your criteria. You tell yourself the setup is close enough. And the moment you take that trade, you feel a brief sense of relief. I did something. That relief is the reward, not the edge. Then, if the trade goes against you, the whole day shifts. Now you're not just trading, you're repairing. You're trying to fix the discomfort you created by forcing action. And even if you scratch out, you reinforce the habit. Boredom gives trade. Restlessness gives trade. Uncertainty gives trade. Over time, that habit becomes your identity. And then you wonder why consistency feels impossible. So how do you fix this? You don't fix it by telling yourself stop overtrading. You fix it by changing the definition of what a good trader does. Here's the reframe that changes everything. A professional trader is not paid to trade. A professional trader is paid to make high-quality decisions. Sometimes the highest quality decision is no decision. That's not passive. That's elite. Because in most professions, doing nothing is failure. In trading, doing nothing can be the most intelligent move you make all week. So the first fix is identity rewiring. Instead of, I am a trader when I trade, you adopt, I am a trader when I follow my process. Process is identity now, not action. And the moment you do that, no trade days stop threatening your self-worth. They become proof of discipline. Second fix, build a no-trade success metric. Your nervous system needs closure. It needs a verdict. If the only verdict you accept is profits and losses, you will force trades. So give yourself a different scoreboard. At the end of the day, score yourself on process. Did I wait for my criteria? Did I respect my time window? Did I avoid revenge or boredom trades? Did I protect my mental state? If you did those, the day is a win even if you didn't trade. That scoreboard gives your brain what it wants, meaning, without you paying for it in bad trades. Third fix, create a flat day menu. Because the pressure to trade often spikes when you don't know what else to do. You're at the screen and your brain wants an action. So give it a list of approved actions that aren't trades. Here are a few. Set alerts at your point of interest key levels and step away until they hit. Do a 5-minute replay of one past trade and extract one lesson. Update your journal with one sentence. Today's market condition was X. Do a 2-minute physical reset. Stand up, breathe, loosen shoulders. End the session early and bank your mental capital. The point is to replace the urge to trade with a professional behavior. You're not denying the urge. You're redirecting it. Fourth fix. Plan for boredom like it's a market condition. Boredom is not a personal weakness. It's a predictable state. If you trade the same hours, boredom will show up at the same time windows. Especially during chop. Especially after your best opportunity window has passed. So create a rule. When boredom shows up, I don't trade. I transition. Transition could mean stepping away, switching tasks, or ending the session. But boredom is never a valid trade trigger. If you treat boredom as a signal to trade, boredom becomes expensive. Now let's address a big fear underneath this. The fear of missing opportunity. Many traders feel they must trade daily because they fear that if they don't, they'll miss the move that changes everything. This is a scarcity mindset. It assumes opportunity is rare. It assumes the market is a once-a-day event. It assumes if you don't participate, you're losing ground. But markets are not scarce. They are constant. Opportunity is not rare. High-quality opportunity is selective. And the more selective you become, the more consistent your results become. So the real skill isn't trading every day. The real skill is being okay with not trading until your edge appears. Here's a powerful question to ask yourself when you feel pressure. Am I about to trade because I see my edge? Or because I don't like how it feels to wait? Be honest. If the answer is the second one, you're not trading the market. You're trading your emotions. That's your cue to pause. One more reason this pressure gets so strong is what I call the daily quota mindset. Even if you never say it out loud, part of you believes there's a minimum requirement. At least one trade a day. At least some profit most days. At least some action to justify the time. That quota mindset is poison because it turns trading into a checklist instead of a selective craft. And it's made worse by what you see online. You see screenshots, recaps, caught the move, 3 scalps before breakfast. Your brain starts comparing your quiet, disciplined day to someone else's highlight reel. So you feel behind. And when you feel behind, You reach for action because action feels like progress. Here's the antidote. Reverse the quota. Instead of a daily trade quota, create a daily restraint quota. For example, today I will say no to 3 setups that don't meet my criteria. Or, today I will take 0 trades unless price reaches my level. That flips your brain's reward system. Now you can win the day without forcing anything. You get to feel productive by protecting your standard. And one more practical tool. Time box your hunt. Pick a clean window, maybe 60 to 90 minutes, where you are fully engaged, scanning, ready. Outside that window, you are not hunting. You are monitoring at most. Alerts on. Rules on. No scanning frenzy. Because if you hunt all day, your brain will eventually demand a kill. It's how humans are wired. So you don't give yourself infinite hunt time. You give yourself a professional window. Then you step back. Quick check-in. If you've ever felt that restless, I need to do something energy, comment below with the word pressure. It helps the channel, and it also helps you name the pattern instead of being run by it. Now, I want to talk about something deeper. Self-respect. A lot of traders chase daily action because they don't fully respect their own rules yet. Rules feel optional. Boundaries feel negotiable. So every day becomes a negotiation. Maybe I can take this. It's close enough. Just one trade. But self-trust is built when you stop negotiating. When you set a standard and keep it even on quiet days. Every time you don't trade when your plan says no, you're making a deposit into self-trust. And those deposits compound. They show up later as confidence. They show up later as patience. They show up later as the ability to size up without panic. This is why no trade days are not wasted. They are training days. They're days where you practice the hardest skill in trading, restraint. Most traders only train execution. They don't train restraint, so they stay inconsistent. If you train restraint, your whole career changes. Here's a practical system you can adopt immediately. Create 2 labels for your days. Category A, Execution Day. Category B, Restraint Day. Execution Day means you took a planned setup and executed. Restraint Day means you did not take trades that didn't qualify. Both categories are wins. Both categories are progress. And if you start tracking this, you'll notice something. Many of your best weeks will be built on multiple restraint days because you avoided the trades that would have damaged your mental state. Now, let's be real. Sometimes you won't trade for several days. And if you're still outcome attached, that will feel terrifying. Your brain will whisper, "You're losing your edge. You're getting rusty. You're falling behind." But that's just your brain trying to pull you back into action for emotional comfort. The truth is, if you're waiting for your edge, you're not falling behind. You're becoming selective. Selectivity is maturity. Selectivity is what separates professionals from gamblers. Professionals don't need to trade every day to feel productive. They need to protect their best decision-making state. That's the job. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a simple pressure protocol for the moments when you feel you must trade. When you feel that urge, do this. Step 1. Sit back and exhale slowly 3 times. Longer exhale than inhale. Step 2. Ask, if I had to justify this trade to my best self, would I be proud of the reason? Step 3. If the reason is emotional boredom, frustration, pressure, then you do a non-trade action from your menu. That's it. You're not fighting yourself. You're leading yourself. And over time, the urge weakens. Because your brain learns that discomfort does not equal action. Now let's bring this home. If you feel pressure to trade every day, it doesn't mean you're undisciplined. It means you're human, and your brain is trying to create certainty and meaning in an uncertain environment. The market offers infinite action, but your edge is selective. So your identity must become selective too. You are not a trader because you trade. You are a trader because you follow your process. And when you can live that, when you can end a day with no trades and still feel proud, you've crossed into a different level of mastery. Because you're no longer trading to feel productive. You're trading to be correct within your process. That's the trader's hidden edge. If this episode resonated with you, hit like, subscribe for more trading psychology, and comment below. Do you feel more pressure to trade on flat days, after losses, or after wins? I'll see you in the next episode.